Hello and good evening, and welcome back to Daytona, the World Center of Racing, for the first of the two Gatorade Duel races. 30 laps around this 2.5 mile track. For those that have not seen the practice session, you see that the 33 machine of Cody Lammers, he is going to start on the pole for the Gatorade Duel race number one. That is because he was the fastest overall in practice, and therefore he will start on pole for tomorrow's Daytona 500 race. Next to him, Jamie Smith, driving for the Root Brothers. Great quality, great performance from him in practice. Got himself third fastest overall. Stefan Papies in the tide in 32. And I think you can just about see a little bit of green at the back of Cody. That is Noah Hart, the first of the Pontiac races, starting in fourth position. So we already know where one driver is going to be starting. That's Cody Lammers. This is the first of two races to determine who's going to win this race, and will start behind Cody on the inside row. Cody can actually use this race as a test session, but the other 20 drivers, they want to win this race to make them start in third position. So without further ado, the pace car is going to pull off, and all 21 drivers will make their way out onto the track. There they all go. Bring up the rears right, Hayden. So here's a look at the starting grid. So that's how the 21 cars look for the first Gatorade race. And the pace car will turn the sharp corner into the pit lane. And we're going to get ourselves ready for some 30 laps of intense racing. Gatorade Duel race number one is officially underway. Looks like Jamie Smith then decided to go underneath the pole sitter, Cody Lammers, and Cody's got no help at all behind him. So who's going to be leading the first lap? It looks like it's going to be Stefan Papies, and they're already 4 wide going into the second lap. Oh, Danny Wells and Matt McLean nearly made contact between each other, but look at that. They're already 4 wide for second place. Noah Hart in the middle, Matt McLean also in the middle. They got away with it somehow, but they don't want to be doing that this early on. It is still a long race. It is 30 laps long. Here comes Danny Wells in the 99 car for the Roush Racing team. He's got his car up front there. Someone looked like he had a little wiggle in the middle of 3 and 4. No harm, no foul. We keep it green. And we're 4 wide off of 4 yet again. This time it's Jamie Smith, the rookie Michael Norman in the middle. And Richard Johnson in the orange number 20 machine. Also making it 4 wide. Sort of 4 wide. I think we've got ourselves... Yep, we do. We've got 2 rows of 4 wide. Nearly 3 rows of 4 wide behind the leader, which is now Joshua Collard. Maybe not. Cole Diva in the 42. Yep. They're already racing like it's the last lap. Look at them still going 4 wide into 3 and 4. Jamie Smith, Michael Norman, Jesse Turner on the bottom in the 41 car. But somehow they're keeping it all good, as Brandon Tedisco looks like he's going to try and take the lead, and they're still 4 wide. No one's letting off the front. Well, there they go. There they go. The caution is out. Multiple cars involved. Collard is in it. The 9 is Stephen Colon. Gets turned around. Chris Summers goes into Noah Hart. And the big one has already happened on lap 4. And it was just really uncalled for to go 4 wide this early on in the race. It really was genuinely uncalled for. Cole Diva with a lot of driver's side damage on his Chevrolet. Chris Summers in the Pontiac. Danny Wells has got a lot of driver's side damage too. Stefan Papiez. Nathan Hudson, I think he may have got a piece of that. Stephen Colon had a lot of rear end damage there, and we could just about see the safety car with all that smoke there. Noah Hart's into the pit lane, and Brandon Disco's crossed the line, and he will lead the field to the caution. So, yep, the smoke, they're still billowing out. But the big one happened on lap 4. Here is a replay. We're going to have a look at this then from the blimp above. It's just really, really tight racing here. I don't know what happened further up front, but it just seems to maybe think that the 41 slightly got up into the 7. We're looking at Danny Wells' point of view, and I think the 9 of Stephen Colon went a little bit up into Summers that got into Danny Wells. You see Michael Norman spinning on the infield there. He'll probably have to get some 4 fresh tyres. There's Stefan Papier just spinning out of it there. Matt McLean, nowhere for him to go. Cole Divas up against the wall. The 33 of Cody Lammers. Christian Martin did really well just to avoid that. And then the 9 slides down into Chris Summers and tags into Noah Hart in the process. And again, Nathan Hudson, how has he managed to get through? Or does he get a little bit of contact? He just manages to get walled up. That was a very good piece of stopping there from Nathan Hudson, but a multiple car wreck. And yeah, it was just all down to tight racing. And, you know, it looked like there was some cases that 3 into 1 just didn't go. And this is on board with Chris Summers. Just look how close and compact the racing is at 200 miles an hour. Joshua Collard took a hit from Colon. This, from Danny Wells' point of view, just right up on the high side. He might have just escaped through that there. The real big contact that he had was the 27 getting into him. And from Nathan Hudson's view, oh, ho, ho. I tell you what, that was a great piece of driving from Nathan. Back to the action then, as we just witnessed ourselves one of the big ones. Hopefully it's not going to, well, hopefully it will be the last crash that we'll see in this race, and hopefully we won't see a lot in race number 2. But the pace car is going to pull off into pit lane. We'll get back to some green flag conditions here. Brandon Disco is the leader, followed behind Jesse Turner. Richard Johnson in 3rd, then it's Jamie Smith in 4th. And looks like that's Noah Cars in position number 5. Yep, Trent Dunham, Ry Hayden, Daniel Voiles, Nathan Ormond and Christian Martin complete the top 10. We're back on the wing. Great start there from Tedesco. One driver is unfortunately out of the race, and that is Stephen Colon. His Melling Racing Ford is too badly damaged, so he is the first retiree from the race. So therefore, he is going to start on the last row for tomorrow's Daytona 500 race. What a start, though, from Tedesco. He has pulled away. Jesse Turner caught napping on the start, and he's already lost a spot in the process, as Richard Johnson has just passed him. Now Ry Hayden goes way down low on Noah Cars. Oh, Richard Johnson's got one heck of a run. He's going to go at the inside. He wants to lead this thing. And Richard Johnson is going to lead. So Richard Johnson with a great restart. He's gone into the lead of the race. Jesse Turner is going to go into 2nd place. Daniel Voiles in the 36 car. He looks like he's going to go the first car on the inside, followed by Nathan Ormond. The only Hendrick driver in this race. We're going to be seeing the other two in heat race number 2. Michael Norman, who had that spin, he's up there too. And Nathan Hudson, he's also up there, who avoided that wreck. And now we're 3 wide for the lead. Pontiac on the inside, Chevrolet in the middle, Pontiac on the outside. And Daniel Voiles, it looks like he's going to lead this lap. And here comes, oh, they're going to go 4 wide again. Oh, wow. Nathan Ormond may have just shut nearly could have caused a big accident there with Michael Norman. There he is there for Matei Motorsports. And now it looks like to me, the inside is working. We saw them racing the Bud Shootout, and we saw there that the inside lane wasn't really working, but it looks like here the inside is going to be working by the looks of it. As Nathan Ormond looks down low on Daniel Voiles to take the lead, as well as Christian Martin look underneath Nathan Hudson in the 6th. And these are the cars that are also kind of damaged there. Chris Summers, Danny Wells, Joshua Collard, Matt McLean. And you can see the 33 car, Cody Lammers, the pole setter. He knows where he's going to be starting. So he's just backing out of this lead pack of cars as Jamie Smith nearly went down on him. Anyway, Daniel Voiles with a little bit of an advantage now ahead of the rest of the field. Nathan Hudson's got his Roush Racing Ford into 2nd place, followed by Christian Martin in the 12, the Mobile 1 Ford, followed by Noah Cars, who was always on the bottom in the Bud Shootout. There he is, he's back again, working onto the bottom of the racetrack. Such a great camera angle that is there. Voiles still leads, still got a great advantage. Nathan Hudson 2nd, Michael Norman, the rookie, in 3rd, getting pushed by Trent Dunham in the 1 car. So we've got ourselves pretty much a 13-car battle now for the lead. Ooh, Jesse Turner went nearly down on Nathan Ormond. But looks like the top 2 are pulling away. In fact, Nathan Hudson dives low now on Daniel Voiles. And now Michael Norman on the high side. He's about to be passed by Ry Hayden. Don't forget, Ry Hayden started dead last in this race. He's now fighting to start pretty well for tomorrow's race as Danny Wells is catching up with this lead pack of drivers. He's driven away from, oh wow, Nathan Ormond then shutting the door in Jamie Smith's face. Look at them now going double file. It's a 200 miles an hour rush hour through 1 and 2. Now Nathan Hudson is in the lead, and it looks like to me the inside is working. Here comes Richard Johnson to the point. Closely followed by Martin, Noah Cars, Tedisco and Ormond. Moving and shaking there through the back of this lead pack. That was Cody Lammers making a move on Jamie Smith there. And behind him is Danny Wells. So he's catching up here. He wants to catch up to this pack, make it a 14-car battle for the lead as Trent Dunham just goes in the middle. Voiles gives him the room. Yeah, Danny Wells is he's sort of nearly there. I mean, he did get some damage there from that wreck, but he's just there or thereabouts there, just keeping in tow behind. So we've now got ourselves a 14-car scrap for 1st place to determine who wants to start 3rd in tomorrow's Daytona 500 race. And at the moment, it looks good here for Nathan Hudson. Shall we have a look then from the rear of Nathan, what he sees out of his rearview mirror? That's Noah Cars to the inside. Christian Martin sees the run and protects that line, his position. As we're into the 2nd half of this race. So it's Nathan Hudson leading, Christian Martin for 2nd. And it's anyone's guess for 3rd on back. And you can see further back there from Danny Wells, the battle there between Joshua Collard, Matt McLean, Chris Summers, and I can't remember who was the other driver in that. Let's have a look through the back there. It was Stefan Papiez. And Chris Summers makes a move on his good friend Matt McLean. In fact, Chris Summers is going to make a move on Joshua Collard. Look at the drivers moving about all over the place as we ride on board with Danny Wells. currently running in 14th position. That's Cody Lammers ahead. Jamie Smith on the outside in the Sitco Ford. Look at them all spreading out. 3 wide, 4 wide. It's great racing, this. So Danny Wells then just holding on to the lead pack here, as looks like Brandon Tedesco wants to take part in the racing again and wants to lead this thing off of turn 4. Who's he got help with? I think that was a 75 of Ry Hayden, but then puts Hayden in the middle and now goes in to get the draft off of Nathan Ormond. And now Christian Martin's up into 2nd place, wanting to lead on the high side on Tedesco. And now they're packed together. You've got 3 wide, 3 rows of 3 wide. And now Cody Lammers has got himself in the mix now. He wants to go and lead this thing. Oh, there's a caution. Caution is out. Caution is out. Who could that be? Oh, it looks like it might be Matt McLean. Matt McLean. He is slowed down. He's going at 140 miles an hour. So Matt McLean has had some trouble there as the caution comes out. Now, who was leading at the pace car? And it was Tedesco yet again. Brandon Tedesco led the field coming to the caution flag. So, 2nd time that we're under yellow flag conditions. Here's a replay to see what happened with Matt McLean. Yeah, again, we're going to have a look at this from the Goodyear blimp. So let's see. To me, I think Collard went down on McLean. You see that little black line in the middle of the track there? McLean was holding his line. I think Collard just went down on him. I don't know if his spotter told him that he was clear of the 8. But it was a complete and total misjudgment there on the 43's part there. I have to say, I don't think that was anything to do with Matt McLean. He was just driving his line, and you could tell with the big black line in the middle, he held it. He didn't move up. I think Collard just slightly went down on him and misjudged that he wasn't clear of the 8. So that could have been a fault on the 43 spotter for that thing. So, right, on board then with Joshua Collard. There's that black line there. Now just pay attention to Matt and just watch to Josh. I think we may need to see it from Stefan Papiez's view, I think. And this is from Stefan's view. This will probably determine it. Let's see. Yeah, I think Josh did came slightly down on him. So the pace car lights are turned off. And we're not going to have that many laps to go, actually. We're going to be back on lap 23. So about 8 laps of racing still left in Gatorade Duel Race number 1. Brandon Tedesco still leads over Nathan Ormond in 2nd place. We'll probably have to turn the camera view over to see there. Yeah, Nathan Ormond in 2nd place. Ry Hayden in 3rd. Christian Martin 4th. Michael Norman 5th. Daniel Voyle 6th. Trent Dunham 7th. Cody Lammers 8th. Jesse Turner 9th. Nathan Hudson completing the top 10 as we're back underway again. And Nathan Ormond taking a very interesting line when they get back to green flag. And they're going to be 3 wide already. Now, the people that brought up the 2nd caution, Joshua Collard is there in 16th place. And there's the 8 of Matt McLean. And I don't know if Matt's going to be very too much happy with the 43. I think he was trying to make a look on the inside. But Cole Diva was there too in the 42 car. And we're back up front then, and looks like Brandon Tedesco, this time he held on to that lead yet again. 3 wide again, further back behind him as we're on to lap 24 out of 30. Tedesco leads. Christian Martin just holding on there with a nose in 2nd place as it looks like we're going to go 4 wide yet again, ladies and gentlemen. I think Ry Hayden did the smart thing there and just backed out and gave Christian the outside room. That's a really experienced head on young shoulders there for Ry Hayden, making his debut in this championship. But they are 4 wide, further behind. Cody Lamas, Trent Dunham is in the middle. Oh, this could go pear-shaped. Oh, this could get very, very ugly. And I know we're down to the last few laps. You have to expect racing like this. And they've got away with it there. But look at the advantage the 36 and the 11 has over this pack of cars. And Daniel Voiles is attempting to pass on the leader. Oh, Christian Mann, did he hit the wall? Did Ray Hayden give him a little bit of a bump into the wall? Looks like he didn't lose any momentum. But that could have been another accident. And you've got Danny Wells and Chris Summers all in the mix, as well as Jamie Smith. Yep, we are coming down into the last 5 laps of the race, and Daniel Voiles in the M&M's Pontiac just leading over Brandon Tedesco. Christian Martin high wide and a little bit handsome on the outside. He's going to lose a couple of spots as Noah Cars is trying to stick his Hot Wheels Pontiac in on the bottom of the track. He's been pretty much there the whole entire race. He just likes to prefer the inside. Like I said early on, Noah Cars went on the inside in the Bud Shootout. He's still promising to stick that route in this race today. Oh, wow, Nathan Hudson nearly getting into Daniel Voiles for the lead. And look at the 44 with a great run. Wow, people blocking already, and we've got 5 laps to go, 4.5 laps to go, as Danny Wells was trying to put a pass on Jamie Smith, but Jamie put the block on him. Oh, again, the 36 and the 6 are so close off of 4. But Voiles held on to lead that lap yet again, as we're still looking at Nathan Ormond, who's running in a 6th position at the moment, so he's doing pretty well. But we've got to have a look here at Nathan Hudson, because he looks like he's going to make the move going into, or probably out of the backstretch. But let's see what the run the 36 gets off of 2 and onto the backstretch. It's a pretty good run. Oh, Trent. Oh, yeah, Nathan just gave it there. I think there was a little bit of a bump, and Nathan gave Trent the inside. This is what I mean. It's coming down to the last few laps. You know, friendship's definitely out the window. It's every man for themselves. We've got 3 laps to go. Voiles still leads. Hudson 2nd. Dunham in 3rd. Chris Summers is just starting to lose a little bit of the lead draft here, so I think we can effectively put him out of contention to try and win this race, as Hudson goes for the lead through the middle. And who's that behind him? That's Michael Norman, isn't it? No, it's his good friend, Ray Hayden. My apologies. It's Ray Hayden, his good friend, has pushed Nathan Hudson to the lead. I take it back what I said about Chris Summers. He's back in the lead pack there. 2 laps to go. Nathan Hudson is going to be doing some mirror drive, and I can promise you that. He goes to the middle of the track, goes to the top part of the track, then goes down to the middle of the track and then onto the bottom of the track. But he sticks the middle. He's trying to help his friend Ray Hayden, but it's going to compromise the inside to Trent Dunham in the 1 machine. Noah Cars in the 44, pushed by the pole sitter, Cody Lamas. 1.5 laps to go, but it's still Nathan Hudson with the advantage. Ray Hayden in 2nd. They are coming to get the white flag. Look at the run. Look at the run that Hudson got off of turn 4. The drivers are going to get the white flag this time by 1 more lap of racing to go. Hudson with a great advantage here, but he may get swallowed up on the backstretch when the drivers will get a run. Can Hudson hold on to start 3rd in tomorrow's race? Or can Ray Hayden, Trent Dunham, Noah Cars, Jesse Turner do anything about it and try and get themselves to start behind the pole sitter? Half a lap to go for Hudson to hold on for a very good win here. Don't forget, he avoided the big one back in lap 4. Did some tremendous driving. Here comes Ray Hayden with a full head of steam. Hudson's car looking so good through the corner. It looks like... Can Ray Hayden make a move? He's looking low on the inside. Is it the 6? Is it the 75? Across the line. It's going to be just Nathan Hudson that wins dual race number 1. And that advantage there on the last lap, and it proved critical. What a race that was. That was a really good finish there. So, yep, there you go there. Yep, as you can see there, top right there, Nathan Hudson did win the race, and Ry Hudson just came in second position, but only just in second. He could have had the win then on his debut, but I think he'll be happy to start fifth behind his friend Nathan Hudson. But what a great race that was there, especially at the finish. Congratulations then to Nathan Hudson. He wins dual race number 1. As the cars then, some cars will still go and do another lap and celebrate with the fans, as they should do, because they did put on a great show for the fans. So let's see what heat race number 2 will do, and we'll also show you the results from the first race and the starting grid for dual race number 2. So the fans are all just about to sit down, as we've got one heat race done. We've got another one to go, and the cars are already just about exiting their way into the outer pit lane. And it's the rookie RJ Bishop. We'll start on the pole for dual race number 2, and alongside him will be Charles Sanfer for the Tyler Jet Motorsports Lycos Pontiac. Behind RJ will be his teammate Kyle Matthews, sponsoring a very special livery for this race alone. And if you could just see, just beside Kyle Matthews is the 94 car driven by the pole sitter for the Bud Shootout, Jessica Shelton. So she's having a very decent Daytona Speed Weeks. We already know that RJ Bishop is going to guarantee himself the outside front row, so we know where he's going to be starting. But it's just the other 20 drivers, they'll just want to finish, well, they want to win this race and start behind the rookie RJ Bishop. So without further ado, let's get these cars all moving. As the pace car pulls off out of the pit lane, and all 21 cars will make their way for their 30 laps. And here's the starting grid, and also from the race results from the first race and the starting grid for heat race number 2. Field are now making their way into turn 4, and that famous yellow pace car will pull off into the pit lane, and we will get ready for the second of the 2 heat races. Who's going to end up winning this race, and who's going to start 4th come tomorrow's race? We are about to find out in about 30 laps time, as the flagman waves the green flag. What underway for heat race number 2? Looks like it's going to be a Hendrick 1-2 with RJ Bishop leading, followed by Kyle Matthews. Zachary Fitzwater from Morgan McClure Motorsports sitting there at yellow number 4 in 3rd. Sandfer on the outside on the high lane, and going through the middle is Anthony McCrory for Midwest Transit Central Racing. Ooh, Jessica nearly got into the back of Charles Sandfer, but what a run McCrory has on that 50 car, followed by Wes McCall Who was that behind? That is Trent Dunham as well as Jeremy Tackles. And Poteet has seen the run, and he goes to the middle instead. Lap 2 is going to be led by Zachary Fitzwater. A whole sea of Chevrolets then rounding out the top 4. Gunther on the inside, who was very impressive in the Bud Shootout. There he is, going into the lead, and he's got some help from Diego Ospina in that 97. Him and the 97 machine, you know, they've been working since like the very first season of the CCS, I believe. It's just a match made in heaven between those two. The 66 of Trek Torga, he's raced for that team before. And behind Trek Torga is Brandon Ross in the 3. Again, a very special livery for that Richard Childress Chevrolet. It's not a black car, it is a red car. And behind the 3 is the 16 of Nico Ketchum, who looked quite good in the Bud Shootout a couple of days ago. On to lap 3, and it looks like Diego Ospina may have led that lap. Oh, sorry, lap 4, my apologies. And now Trek Torga is going to the inside, make it 3 wide for the lead, and looks like he's going to make the move as Sam Ozkan just pulls way down and goes to the bottom of the track. Now, we did see in the first race that the inside line was the preferred line, but we didn't see that in the Bud Shootout. I wonder if that's going to be in use again here today. As you can see, Brandon Ross looks like he's going to have the run on the inside, and looks like he might lead this lap, unless if Torga or Ospina can say something about it. Looks like it's the middle that's going to get the run. Oh no, Brandon Ross got that lap. So yeah, I think it's confirmation there that the inside is actually working. Like I says, we saw that in the Bud Shootout, and the inside really wasn't working, but today, the inside is working. Just a nice, gorgeous look of all 21 cars there, all colourful. Just what you want to see, though, eh? It's all you just want to see. We go 3 wide again. The rookie Nico Ketchum, then. He wants to lead this thing now. Oh, I think RG Bishop may have just scraped the wall as he's just slowly losing ground on the lead pack. And Charles Sanford also got held up there. So the 2 drivers that were on the front row have fallen out of the lead draft. Just slightly. They're just close to it. They'll be back in it. Just give it a lap or 2 and they'll be back in this lead pack. As Matt McIntyre is going to take to the lead. And behind him is the guy who finished in the runner-up spot in the Bud Shootout. Yes, a couple of days ago, James Qualls in the 88. Yep, still go 3 wide, and yeah, you can see RJ and Charles are back in this lead pack. So it only just took them about like half a lap. Well, maybe a full lap, I apologise. Looks like Qualls is going to go into the lead of the race. Indeed he does. Qualls led that lap. As we're on to lap 7 out of 30. So the rundown is as follows. It's Qualls from McIntyre, from Ketchum, Dylan Young in the 2 car, and McCreary still in the middle with Wes McCall and Carson Gunn behind him. And here comes the 40 car of Seth Cole pushing his good friend Dylan Young to the lead. Don't forget, it's the 20 drivers that are battling to win this race to make them start on the outside of the second row. We already know where the pole center of this race is going to start. That was RG Bishop. It's just the other 20 drivers in this race are fighting to determine who will win this race and will start behind RG Bishop. Kaya Matthews now at the back of the pack, where he started 3rd. Oh, Seth Cole looks like he's just... Oh, that was a bit close there. Dylan sort of gave the inside there to Seth. And behind Seth is Sam Oskin in the 31 car. Behind Sam was Jessica Shelton. Oh, look at Trek Torga in the 66 trying to make a move underneath Brandon Ross. But he didn't expect Dylan Poteet was there in the middle too. So Poteet, good awareness from Dylan. And look at the advantage there that Dylan Young has then at the rest of the field. Let's ride on board looking at the back of Dylan Young, just to see the whole cavalry right behind him. Seth Cole on the outside, Sam Oskin in the middle, now goes to the bottom of the racetrack to block the run from Jessica Shelton. And there's Wes McCall in the green Casico Pontiac for AG Foyt Racing. Declaring the stunt, that could be a problem with the drivers when they make their way out off of turn 4. Here comes the run now. Oh, what's that happening there? What's happened to Wes McCall? Wes McCall. Oh, and there's a yellow flag. The yellow flag has happened. And yeah, we saw Wes McCall going onto the apron of the track. And it's Levi McIntyre. Look at the back end of Jimmy Dunleavy's racing car, as well as Carson Gum. And there's a few other cars that were slow. Nico Ketchum, Matt McIntyre, Charles Sanford, and James Qualls. I think it looks like Anthony McCready has also got some damage too on his Chevrolet. So the caution came out on lap number 10. No, it looks like Anthony McCready's car is looking completely fine. So something happened there, put Wes McCall into the apron of the track. And he's actually got some driver's side damage too. So, yeah, you can see quite a hefty amount of damage on that Pontiac. So the caution is out for the first time. Let's take a look at what happened. Good work as always here from the Goodyear blimp, just seeing what happened to bring up the first caution. Yeah, Carson Gum got into the rear of Wes McCall, which made Levi McIntyre go in there. Seth Cole took a little hit there from Carson. Zachary Fitzwater spins on the infield. Gets collected by the 22 of Dylan Poteet, squares him up. Nick Gunther just missing the 90 car, but Carson Gum spinning multiple times, and it looks like it's just been a few cars that were involved. So great driving from the rest of the drivers not to get collected there. Basically about 3, 4, maybe 5 cars involved. And yeah, Jesse thought, maybe his spotter said the car was, cleared on the inside, go in the middle, but yeah, there was just some slight contact. Let's get some onboard replays. On board with Anthony McCreary. Let's see if he actually pick up some damage from this. Yeah, he just got into the side of Jeremy Tackle's Ford. From Zachary Fitzwater's point of view, there's Levi McIntyre right ahead of him. Carson Gum beside him. Yeah, Poteet just squares him up. Got him back going again. And from Nick Gunther's view, he just gently tapped the rear of Levi McIntyre's Ford. I don't think there's any damage though onto it. Probably may have to go into the pits to check it. Right, welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to go back to the green flag here in the Gatorade Duel race number 2. And we're going to be pretty much at the halfway point of this race. Dylan Young leads the field ahead of Sam Oskin, Jessica Shelton in 3rd, RJ Bishop in 4th, followed by Poteet, the Bud Shootout winner in 5th, Kyle Matthews in 6th. Then in 7th place is Diego Ospina, Trick Target 8th, Brandon Ross in 9th, and Anthony McCreary completing the top 10. Every car looks like they are still running. Yep, all the way down to Levi McIntyre, who's picked up some damage, as well as Carson Gunn. We're back underway for the green flag. Good start, it would seem, then for Sam Oskin. Dylan Young, who was the poles leading. Looks like he's going to get shuffled way down the order. Jessica Shelton looks low on Sam Oskin. And you can see Carson Gum and the 90 of Levi McIntyre going to be a little bit slow because of the damage that they've picked up. So they'll be hoping for like yet another caution to come out. So they'll be at least working their way through, well, going out through the rules come the end of the race. This Trick Toggle looks underneath on RJ Bishop. So it looks like it's going to be the pole sitter for the Bud Shootout, closely followed by the Bud Shootout winner in second place. Dylan Young came across the line there in sixth place as RJ Bishop looks down. That was a good pass there. Look at the run that Matt McIntyre's got in the 93, getting some good help from Nico Ketchum in the 16. Quite a few amount of Roush Racing cars in this lineup. The 17, as you see there, way back. The 16 and the 97. And we already seen their teammate Nathan Hudson win the first race, and the other teammate for them, Danny Wells, finishing in 13th place. As that looks a mess going out of 4 there, but still Shelton with the advantage. And they got a pair of Chevrolet side by side for second place. Looks like it's going to be Oskin that's still held on at that second spot. Kyle Matthews, Dylan Young still working. Oh, and around goes Matt McIntyre and gets collected. Big hit there from Seth Cole. Seth Cole got hit hard. Fitzwater is involved. Oh, Carson Gum just missing, and over goes Seth Cole. James Quall's also got a piece of it too. And Seth Cole, there was a gentle roll, but hopefully we get paramedics just to check up on him, because it was a bit of a nasty roll. There's the 2 Robert Yates teammates there in camera. But Zachary Fitzwater has got a ton of damage, as well as Jeremy Tackles. Look at that. Yep, Jeremy's car is beaten and banged up. And I think he was the one that smashed into the back of Seth Cole. That was a nasty impact. So caution came out yet again. Who's going to lead them back to the caution flag? I believe it was Shelton. Yes, indeed it was. As they all drive through the smoke. So caution is out quickly for the second time. And this is a big one. Here is a replay. And as you can see, they went 4 wide. And it's what happened in the first race. When you race 4 wide at Daytona, it usually doesn't work. So what happens here? They all just get clogged up. I think Seth got into the rear of James Qualls' cut machine, and then around goes the 93. He was just innocent. Nico Kitchen did great. Oh, and there's the big hit there. That was Tackles getting into Seth Cole's rear. And then Zachary Fitzwater, no brakes, and hits him again in the rear. So Seth Cole's had 2 big impacts, and there's another hit from McIntyre, Jeremy Tackle. So we had a couple of big hits, and watch out for Carson Gum. He just misses. Oh God! And then there's the slow roll over there, but a couple of vicious hits there from Seth. Let's get some onboard replays. Let's ride with Jeremy Tackles. Yeah, they all just concertinaed up together. Oh, he didn't react in time. Yeah, he was a little bit unsighted there from the smoke from Seth Cole. And this is from Zachary Fitzwater, who had sustained a bit of damage from the first caution. Oh, wow. Well, let's go right on board with Seth Cole and see what his incidents were like. Here we go. There's just so much little room there. You can't do anything about over 200 miles an hour. Look, it's just little room. I think Ketchum just slightly went up on Seth. There's the first big hit. Oh, that's I think the Fitzwater hit was a lot more. Oh, I think Seth Cole was a bit worrying there for Carson Gum. And there goes our camera. Oh, good work there from the track field marshals there to pick up all the debris from all the mess that happened a few laps ago. We're going to go back to the green flag racing. We're going to be on lap 22 out of 30, so roughly about 9 laps of racing to go. Jessica Shelton leads the field. Ospina in second. Let's change the camera view again. Diego Ospina in second place. Kyle Matthews running in third. Sam Oskin fourth. And a whole sea of Chevrolets. Brandon was fifth. Anthony McCrory sixth. Dylan Young, Poteet, Bishop, and Tolga. That completes the top 10. 3 cars out of the race already. Jeremy Tackles, Zachary Fitzwater, and Seth Cole. And I mean, that's pretty much understandable. They have pretty substantial damage to their cars. So we're back underway. Nice look there from the spectator view. Look at all the skid marks there. That was done from turn 1. And looks like Ospina is going to make the move already on Jessica Shelton to take the lead. as well as Sam Oskin on Kyle Matthews, and Anthony McCreary looks like he was going to pass the free, but the free's going to get some help from Dylan Young behind him in the 2 car. Oh, I'll tell you what, that free car's coming. He's actually going to help. He's going to come up close to his teammate. That free car's got a whale of a run. Look at Brandon Ross go. What a restart that was there for Brandon Ross. He's already up there in 2nd spot. Apparently classified in 3rd place. I think Ospina may have just pipped him to the line. Here comes McCreary in the 50. Followed by Poteet. Kyle Matthews in the middle. But Sam Oskin then with a good enough advantage. And again, the Chevrolets are out in force again. It's a 1-2-3-4 right now. Dylan Young is the first non-Chevrolet driver in 5th, and he's the only car in the middle. So he looks like he's got a lot of power in that Penske Ford. He just goes around Anthony McCreary without any help whatsoever as Brandon Ross looks low on his teammate. And you can see Nick Gunther just at the back end of the field there. Charles Sanford at the back of this pack. And you got Nico Ketchum in there too. Wes McCall also in the mix. RJ Bishop. We already know where he's going to be starting for the 500. So this is basically a test session for him. But the car looks really nice though. As you can see, he's still with the field. He's actually in the middle now between Wes McCall and Jessica Shelton. And now Dylan Young has managed to put his Ford into 2nd position. So that Ford looking really quick at the moment. Now his teammate Christian Martin finished pretty respectable in his heat race. He finished in 10th position. But looks like the 31 car has got a good enough lead as we're coming in to get 5 laps to go this time around. Oskin leading, Young 2nd, Brandon Ross 3rd, McCreary 4th, Trent Torger looks like he's in 5th, side by side with Kyle Matthews there. You can see Nick Gunther there in the background in that blue yellow square D55 car. Looks like he's about dropping off from the lead pack. Oh, that's tight racing in the middle of the pack there. Look at that. Let's ride on board then with the rookie Nico Ketchum, see what he sees. There's his teammate Diego Ospina right ahead of him. Or beside him, sorry. That's Kyle Matthews right ahead of him. And there's Wes McCall to the inside. And there's Charles Sanford. 5 laps to go this time now. From RJ Bishop, and you can see there's Ospina getting a good run. He goes to the middle now. Little lift of the throttle there from RJ. He's showing really good maturity here. But he's a rookie in the CCS, not much in the NR 2003 community, but he is learning. Yeah, look at this tremendous gaggle of cars there. Now led by Brandon Ross. So Ross managed to find a way by over his teammate. Looks like Jessica Shelton got a little tight in the middle of 1 and 2, and she's gonna go up to the middle of the track, but holds on to the 3rd place. Here comes Dylan Young now. Dylan Young going for the lead on Brandon Ross. Poteet at the back of the field. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 13 cars here battling for the win to start on the outside of row 2 for tomorrow's Daytona 500 race. We already know that Nathan Hudson's going to start 3rd. Who's going to start 4th beside him? It'll be any one of these it'll be any one of these 12 drivers, because we know that RJ Bishop is going to start on the outside. Boom. 3 more laps to go. The field go on to the backstretch then. Poteet just about losing ground with the lead pack here. There, you can see that Caterpillar number 22. And his teammate Mac McIntyre is further way back through the field. As we go 3 wide for the lead, as we're going to get 2 more laps to go. And now look at the sea of Fords now. at the front. The two, the 97 and the 94, all battling for the lead. We have got 2 laps to go. And they're going to go 4 wide of Fords for the first place, for the win. Oh, wow, that is so close racing. Now you can expect to see some aggressive driving here. You know, it's every person for themselves now. Young trying to get a great run now. He wants some good help from Brandon Ross in the free, but it just looks like he's a bit too high up. As the field are going to get the white flag this time by. One more lap of racing. Watch the flagman. Shelton goes to the lead. We're on the white flag. Look at the run that the 2 cars getting. The 94's not getting a lot of help behind from Anthony McCrory. Oh, that is so close racing. Look at Anthony McCrory in the 50, but can the 94 sustain the power that she has in the middle? But look at the run that Dylan Young's going to get on the outside. The 94 desperately needs some help if she wants to win this race. But no, Dylan Young is clear. He had a great run off of turn 2. Nearly 4 wide. Teammates there battling side by side. Oscar and Brandon Ross. But I think that power move off of turn 2 onto the backstretch has given Dylan Young victory in the Gatorade Dual Race number 2. And he will start 4th. Next beside the winner of the Heat Race 1, Nathan Hudson. That was a power move on the outside. On the backstretch on the last lap there. He'd have to thank Brandon Ross for that. That was one whale of a run. And after all of that, that was actually pretty exciting racing then. That was actually really good entertainment value right there, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, that is it for the Gatorade Dual Races. Again, we already know who with the front row, Cody Lammers and RJ Bishop. But now we know who's going to start on the second row behind the pole winners. And that'll be Nathan Hudson and the winner just there, Dylan Young. What a day it has been of racing. Thanks again for all tuning. Don't forget, give this race a like and subscribe. Here's the race 2 results. And also, you will see the starting grid for tomorrow's Daytona 500. Be sure you don't miss it. Until then, bye-bye.